Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing with you an update on my little Winter's helmet. She has been wearing her dock band helmet now for over 2 months, and I wanted to share with you everything that we've gone through and how it's going so far. I've got before and after photos of her actual head shape and how it's been working. I was honestly a little bit skeptical at the beginning, but I'm really glad that we did it because it looks like it is really headed in the right direction, and we are more than halfway to the finish line. She does have to wear it for a total of 4 months. So it's just a little bit further that we have to go, and I'm so excited for her to get it off soon, and I can't wait to share that with you as soon as it does happen. But with that said, I'm going to give you a midway update and just share with you how it's going. So if you guys watched my video about how we got started with the dock band helmet, then you might have an idea of what we went through to get going with it. But the bottom line is we should have started earlier, but we didn't because of poor advice from a former pediatrician. And I'm really glad that we were able to get her started with it, even though she started after a year old. Typically they recommend that they start earlier, like around 6 months old, and that's why she has to wear it for so long. If she would have started it around 6 months old, let's say, then she probably would have only had to wear it for a total of 2 months. But because she didn't start it until about 13 months old, she has to wear it for 4 months. But like I said, I'm really glad to share with you that things are actually going well. So here are the before and after pictures. These are just basically pictures that show different angles of her head shape. The one on the left is before and the right is after. So these are just basically pictures that we've taken of her head while at her appointments, where they analyze the shape of her head by putting something that's kind of like a tight pantyhose type material over her scalp, and it's really funny. It's a weird process. She's never really a fan of it, but she does tolerate it, so I'm really glad that she does so well every time that we go to one of those appointments. But anyways, here is what she is looking like. Like I said, just different angles to show you a better idea. And as you can tell, all of the changes are very minor. Like, it's very small amounts of change, but it is amounts of change that are noticeable. So that puts my mind at ease, just knowing that we are headed in the right direction. And I'm so glad to see that it is actually making a difference, because basically how it works is it just covers her head, and there's more of a barrier on the areas where her head is a little bit bigger than it should be. So obviously it's not gonna like push in on her head, but it just simply blocks the area that's already grown out. And then on the area that needs to grow out on the other side, she's got a lot more open space in the helmet. So it's basically just a circular shape that allows her head to grow out where it needs to. And therefore, as she grows over time, then her head will naturally fill in those areas. So it's nice to see that it's working. And that is part of the reason, again, why it's better to start earlier than later, because their head just grows faster when they're younger. And as they age a little bit more, I mean, each month it starts to slow down a little bit, which is just crazy. I mean, everybody told us before becoming parents, it goes quickly, but this is a really focused in way to look at how quickly they really do grow. I mean, it just blows me away. I feel like I just blinked. We just had them and now they're like a year and a half. It's wild. But with that said, the other thing is that just emotionally, I feel so good about the process that we're going through, because honestly, getting started, the very first time that we had our appointment, I kind of knew in the back of my head for a while that I thought that she was going to need to have a helmet. But when someone officially told me that yes, she's going to need to wear it and she's going to have it on for 23 hours a day for the next 4 months, that hit me hard for sure. I mean, on the way home from the appointment, I was literally like crying. I was just, I mean, I knew it was a good thing, and I knew that we were doing everything that we could. And it's not like a life or death situation if it didn't get fixed. But the bottom line is that it hit me emotionally, because I knew I was going to miss giving my baby kisses on the forehead. And, you know, like snuggling is going to be harder because the helmet is not really the most comfortable to snuggle with. Like, let's be honest. There are times when she has tried to give me hugs and like totally smashed me in the head with her helmet. And same thing with her sister. You know, the twins are always trying to give each other hugs and kisses, and it's the cutest thing. But I have to be super careful that she doesn't like hit her sister with her helmet, because, you know, it's a helmet and she doesn't feel it if she like bumps into something with the helmet. Although I will say, honestly, there are some times when I'm really thankful that she's had it, just because they've been learning to walk, they've been learning to like do all these things on their own, and it's actually been kind of good for her to have a helmet through some of those steps, just because, you know, they fall over and I'm like, ooh, glad she has a helmet on, you know. But anyway, bottom line, guys, we are more than halfway through, and I'm so excited to say that everything's going well, and we have stuck 100% to the actual like routine that we were supposed to do, which is cleaning the helmet out really intensely every single day with rubbing alcohol, and of course she gets a bath, and we have to shampoo her hair really good every single day. The only thing that I have noticed is that her scalp has started to get a little bit more dry, and that's just probably because of having to bathe her every day. So if anybody has any recommendations on like a good shampoo or something to use for babies that is really soothing for their scalp, skin, and things like that, like so that it doesn't dry out, definitely let me know that in the comments below. It would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, with that said, guys, if you have any other questions, feel free to comment them below. And as far as the process goes, as far as like just keeping an eye on it and monitoring it with the doctor throughout this entire 4-month process goes, we have been going in for appointments every 3 weeks. And basically that just allows the person to look at her helmet, look at her head, double check that everything is still going smoothly, see that it fits correctly, and they always do a slight bit of adjusting every time we go in. So the inside of the helmet is actually a foam material, and then the outside is hard plastic. So whenever we go in, they double check how much room is in her helmet, because obviously she is growing, and they want to make sure that she's growing into it, but she's not being like confined, you know, so they want to make sure it's still very comfortable and that she has room to grow. So every 3 weeks they double check, and sometimes they shave out a portion of that foam to allow her more time to grow. And honestly, 4 months is pretty much the max amount of time that anybody can wear one helmet. And that's simply because if they would have to shave it out every 3 weeks, that's how long it would last. So pretty much at the end of the 4 months, there's no more foam to shave out or adjust, and therefore it's just literally hard plastic, and then that won't adjust to her head growing anymore. So if it would be necessary to continue longer than 4 months, then she would have to start over again with a second helmet. And honestly, at the beginning, they said that she was going to be a candidate for that. I really, really, really hope though that she's not going to have to do it a second time. So let's just hope and pray that everything goes well. Keep your fingers crossed that she only has to wear it for the 4 months, and that will be enough to make all of the necessary adjustments. Honestly, just from seeing, like I said, these before and after pictures from like a halfway mark, I do have confidence that she's not going to need it after that 4-month period. So yes, we will definitely keep you updated, but emotionally feeling great. And like I said, she has been such a trooper, wearing it every day, sleeping in it every night. And she's just been like, you know, going with the flow. Honestly, like she doesn't seem bothered by it at all. The only time that I sometimes worry is like if it's really warm out, and you know, I mean, thank goodness that we're not in like a super hot place, but it has been really warm here lately. I mean, especially now that it's summer, like it's been as warm as 80 or even 90 degrees here, which is really hot for Colorado. So I'm really, really glad to see that she's been really comfortable. And if she does look like she's getting sweaty or something, then I just take it off and I just let her air out, and that's okay too. Like it's not the end of the world if we have to take it off for a few minutes and let her air out. And obviously, like we don't want her to be sweating a lot underneath that, because then that's just like not good for cleanliness. So I mean, there's so many different factors that go into this and things that we've had to learn how to do and how to consider as we move forward. But yes, things are going well, and I'm happy to answer any other questions. If anybody has anything, let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to share more about everything that we've been going through. And I'm so excited that very soon I'll be able to hold her close and kiss my baby's forehead again. And you know, I mean, I can still do that with the helmet on, you know, it's just, it'll be nice when she's completely like back to normal. Thanks guys, and as always, don't forget to like this video if you found this helpful or informative, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more twin mom life and tips on family travel and all the things that we've been doing with our family. Have a great day guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.